During the FIA World Cup qualifying in Puerto Rico, Caitlin Clark recently broke 14 world records for Team USA in just 7 days. And for some reason, that isn't even the most outrageous aspect of this tale. Because Angel Reese was having what can only be called a full-blown public meltdown on the internet while Clark was idly rewriting history books. When you discover what Reese claimed she deserved following her terrible performance, you're going to lose it. It's amusing, and we have the records, the receipts, the statistics, and the response. Do you believe Angel Reese should be a member of Team USA? Tell me in the comments section below. The majority of athletes pursue a single record during their whole international career. In 1 week, Clark scored 14 goals, the majority of which came off the bench. This was Puerto Rico's FIA World Cup qualification competition. In 7 days, 5 games. Team USA is dominating the competition. Additionally, 24-year-old Caitlin Clark is making her debut for the U.S. senior national team. The senior program, not a youth squad, not a college exhibition, her debut. Prior to this competition, she hadn't played competitive basketball for 239 days. This backdrop is crucial because, when you take it into account, what transpired subsequently became even less logical. In the first game against Senegal, head coach Cara Lawson started Chelsea Gray at point guard. Gray had trouble nearly right away. Senegal was blitzing the ball handler, and within the first 35 seconds, the attack was interrupted. As a result, Clark enters the game off the bench and uses the same press defense that was causing Gray issues as a weapon rather than being alarmed by it. Before the defense could react, she read the blitz, accelerated, and began locating teammates. That game's stat line was 17 points, 12 in just 19 minutes on the court. He had 0 turnovers and assists. She made 5 out of 5 free throws and 4 out of 5 three-pointers. Team USA prevailed 110-46. After the game, Clark admitted that she was simply thrilled rather than anxious or cautious. Following 239 days off, let's chat now about the historical significance of those 12 assists. For a player making their senior national team debut, that one game had the most assists ever. Not only for the USA squad, but for Caitlin, but also every player and every nation. Furthermore, she achieved the fastest double-double, but also double in the history of Team USA debuts. And she is the only participant of any gender or nation to score a double-double in their first-ever senior national team match. In just 19 minutes, all that was off the bench. The entire tournament image is even more breathtaking. In all 5 games, Clark ended with 32 assists, more than any other player on Team USA. Her average was 11. 6 points every game and 6. Her plus-minus team/minus for the entire field was plus 109/minus 109, with 4 assists per game. That was the highest score of any player from any nation in the competition, not just Team 109, Team USA, but the entire field. Again, she wasn't the star player with the ball in her hands for 35 minutes. Instead, she was doing this in 19-minute spurts. She was pushing and reading defenses, transition and getting Ein Howard's and Paige Bucher's into rhythm before the other team had a chance to set up. After that, Nate Tibbetts, Team Tibbetts, the head coach of the Phoenix Mercury, took over, put Clark in the starting lineup, and centered the offense on a guard-heavy pace and space approach. The next match between Team USA and New Zealand concluded 101-46. The score was 55 points. Blowout. Despite having the Tibbetts been sick, Clark played the most minutes on the team that game, 23. When points, assists, rebounds, and steals are taken into account, her efficiency rating of 18 is the highest on the team. After that, Tibbetts publicly stated that it was a mistake to not start Clark sooner. A coach acknowledging in public the prior strategy was flawed. That is not a common occurrence. By the end of the week, 14 world records had been broken. The youngest MVP in this qualifying event's history, and the first MVP to be given to a player who played the majority of the tournament off the bench. After receiving the prize, Clark decided to continue and show up for the next game. Although the FIBA history, FIBA MVP award is significant, Clark was recently named the most influential female athlete of 2025 by Sportico. And you can see that's not even debatable when you look at her current company portfolio. First, let's talk about Nike. Of all WNBA players, Clark has the largest Nike endorsement contract. The league's passed. The best deal, not the best rookie deal. Completely stop. Additionally, its structure differs from that of a standard athlete sponsorship. Revenue sharing and a trademark shoe line are part of the arrangement, which Nike typically saves for players like LeBron James or even Michael Jordan. At the age of 24, Clark is currently working commercially for that company. Wilson is another. As the only athlete since Michael Jordan to receive that treatment from the company, Clark has a signature line of sporting products. Give that a moment to truly land. The last individual Wilson constructed Michael Jordan used to have a separate signature line, but Caitlin Clark currently does. Next is State Farm. Clark made history as the first female athlete to be the main spokesperson for State Farm, a company that has traditionally used its largest marketing budgets on NBA and NFL players. She wasn't included in an already running campaign. She came to represent it. In the history of the brand, she is the first female athlete to occupy that position. Then followed the Gatorade deal, which was particularly hailed as a record-breaking one for a female athlete. Nike, Wilson, State Farm, and Gatorade are now all part of the same portfolio. A basketball player wouldn't do it. The sponsorship list no longer exists. That's a Fortune 500 approach. Put Prada on top of it all. At the age of 24, Clark is venturing into the world of luxury fashion with one of the most well-known brands. This early in their careers, very few athletes of any gender enter that lane, and those who do typically stay there for a very long period. Let's now discuss the real figures. Clark earned an estimated $80,000 during her freshman season alone. $1 million from endorsements. That year, her base WNBA salary was $70,000. She made 115 times as much off-court as she did on-court. The majority of seasoned WNBA players don't make as much as Clark did. From Nike-only endorsements in her first year, she was listed by Forbes as one of the most influential female athletes. Nor the WNBA in particular, nor women's basketball, but sports in general across all leagues and disciplines at 24. Sport Eco's technique for determining the most influential female athletes involved more than just counting Google or social media followers. Searches. They were examining commercial reach, cultural impact, and the capacity to actually shift markets. Every single one of those criteria is met by Clark. She set a record for WNBA attendance in her debut season. TV ratings for her games reached all-time highs. Because of what happened, networks that had never made significant investments in women's basketball began to write larger checks. Their viewership figures were being affected by her appearance. She didn't simply sign with the WNBA. She altered the way the league's entire business operates. Sponsors entered. The value of broadcast deals increased. The arenas were sold out. And all of that occurred in the first year prior to her had even participated in an entire second season. The business and the basketball are one and the same. They tell the same tale. On the court, she is dominant. As a result of her continued dominance, the commercial value increases. As the 2026 season approaches, all sides of that equation continue to rise, with no signs of a ceiling. Clark spent her first 2 WNBA seasons accomplishing something no one had ever done before prior. To Puerto Rico, winning the FIBA MVP award, and being featured on the cover of Sportico as the most significant female athlete alive. Angel Reese was occupied with something quite different as she was engaged in that activity. The rookie Clark, it was the most record-breaking freshman season in WNBA history. 62 records in a single year. Records related to the games she participated in, including scoring, assists, three-pointers, RS, and viewership. 62, until you start counting what fell, the figure seems fictitious. Moreover, let's be clear about the meaning of 62 recordings. There aren't many major games or a hot week. That's a whole season of consistently outperforming every defense in the league in a variety of stat categories, week after week. Not only did she have a fantastic debut season, she changed the definition of what a rookie year may entail. Angel Reese was making news of her own while Clark was doing all of that. In her rookie season, she topped the league in rebounds. And while it may seem impressive at first glance, let's examine where a significant portion of those rebounds truly came from, since experts were recording this throughout the entire season. Offensive rebounds from her own missed jumpers accounted for a sizable chunk of Reese's rebounding total. After missing, she grabbed her own miss, which was considered a rebound. In essence, she was receiving statistical credit for correcting her own errors. Throughout the season, analysts from all across the league brought this up, and the data supported their claims. On the one hand, Clark's 62 records changed the way the Fever operated their offense, resulting in the highest TV ratings and attendance jumps the league had seen in years. Reese, on the other hand, is calling it production while clutching her own misses. No one in Reese's corner wants to make that comparison. In the second year, the margin did not narrow either. Clark continued to raise the record amount. More assists, more effective scoring, more proof that she was performing at a level that the league had perhaps never seen from a guard. You could see that the Fever was creating something tangible around her. Additionally, Clark's roster is really strong. One of the top interior players in the league is Aaliyah Boston. Kelsey Mitchell is incredible. Lexi Hall does the grunt labor, and she does it well. Every night, Sophie Cunningham brings shooting and toughness. The 2026 Fever projection becomes better when you place Clark's playmaking in the core of a squad like that, where he finds the right player at the right moment, pushes pace, and creates shots before defenses even consider rotating. Incredibly thrilling very quickly, because this is what the FIBA competition truly demonstrated. In a system that wasn't initially designed with her abilities in mind, Clark entered a completely unfamiliar setting with partners she had seldom practiced with. She broke 14 records in a matter of days. It's not a coincidence. She performed the same thing in the first year of the WNBA, except it was condensed into a single week. New location, new people, same outcome. The first year's 62 records weren't hype. They served as a caution. And the difference between Reese's and Clark's professional paths continued to widen, not only on the court, but in ways that were beginning to appear somewhere far more costly and visible. For Clark's signature shoe brand, Nike is currently stepping up its complete marketing apparatus. Angel Reese's Reebok shoes are also available at a bargain on clearance racks right now. It's not a coincidence. With great enthusiasm, Reese signed with Reebok. There was a lot of excitement surrounding the launch, which was positioned as a significant brand deal for a rising WNBA star. Nothing happened when the sneaker fell. The sneakers weren't selling out months into the market. There was no genuine enthusiasm being generated by them. They were appearing on shelves, reduced down, and in bargain bins. That's a bad indicator for a signature sneaker. Compare it to the anticipated appearance of Clark's Nike debut. Her distinctive shoe is expected to sell out in minutes rather than days, according to industry observers. Minutes. That's not hype either. She already has her Kobe Player Edition sneakers on. Resold right away after dropping to twice the original price. Thus, before her signature line ever reaches its full potential, there is a genuine demand that is already manifesting in the market. There is currently a huge commercial divide between these two athletes. Furthermore, Reebok isn't merely silently observing the sluggish sales. They've reportedly stopped supporting Reese's shoe business with marketing. Pull back completely instead of scaling back. This early in a partnership, a brand's utter silence about a trademarked athlete reveals exactly how they are calculating the return on investment. The necessary numbers are not visible to them, and they are not adding additional funds to the issue. So why is this taking place? Because large sponsors consider more than just the number of followers. They have full brand safety teams whose sole responsibility is to monitor public behavior, track sentiment, and flag anything that can link their brand to controversy. Considering Reese's public conduct pattern, the disparaging remarks made about Clark, the posts expressing jealousy, And the public grievances regarding attention and recognition are precisely the kinds of things that those teams are compensated to identify and report. Additionally, Reese's actions are not new. This extends all the way back to college. Every time Clark reaches a new milestone, Ree manages to steal the show, to compete for the narrative, rather than to congratulate herself. It also frequently occurred in the WNBA. Ree responded to Forbes' ranking of Clark, the highest-ranked athlete on their list of the most powerful women in sports, with ambiguous social media statements regarding other people who should be given credit. Not concentrated on her own work, making noises about justice and acknowledgement. And each time she does that, a line is added to a risk assessment document someplace by the legal team of another brand. This brings us to the response that truly caused a stir on the internet this week. In the same week that Clark was earning tournament MVP and shattering 14 world records at FIBA, Ree allegedly declared that she should also receive an award. I'm not referring to any particular performance, stat line, or game, just the whole notion that she ought to be acknowledged. Reese is unable to quit making herself the subject of Clark's Kobe versions flipping for double retail. Even though her shoes are on the clearance rack, Reebok has entirely stopped talking about her. And Nike is creating a worldwide marketing campaign centered around the player. Reese's iconic shoe is being designated down to transfer units. Clark just broke 14 world records and received FIBA MVP. In response to everything, Reese declared that she should also receive an award. The FIBA season of 2026 is approaching. This gap is only going in one direction, and Clark is only growing larger. Let's quickly check the scoreboard. Clark has 14 world records. 2025's FIBA MVP is the most significant female athlete. Nike is stepping up. Set a record for Gatorade. Wilson's signature phrase. Prada's offer. Cover for Sportico. Reebok being silent, Reese's discount bin shoes, and a public outburst about being deserving of an award that no one was actually making an offer to her. Clark is returning to Boston with Mitchell, Hull, and Cunningham, and the 2026 FIBA season hasn't even begun yet. She recently demonstrated that she can enter any setting and instantly shatter records. It will be a lot of fun to watch that roster with that player in charge. Do you believe Angel Reese should be a member of Team USA? Tell me in the comments section below. Subscribe, like, and activate all alerts to ensure you never miss anything. When we click the video on the screen, we'll see you at the next one.